Hello, men. Little touchy subject today. People ask me all the time, why do I use the lesbian meme? And it's an honest question. It's a fair question. It deserves a fair answer. And I use the lesbian meme because it represents the dishonesty in females. Let's look at the honesty and the dishonesty in this thing. A certain percentage, not all, but some, I'm going to say, some women will not go to a fertilization clinic to get artificially inseminated by a male. And we know that the laws aren't for the men anymore, in that we've seen in Kansas lately that even artificially inseminated males still are turned into slaves by the state to provide for the children in this case. So it's an artificial dishonesty that's been built upon this idea that all men are slaves to the children, all men are slaves to the woman. And I used the lesbian meme because it seems like to me, there are no hard statistics, and the methodology is often skewed. In these statistics, 4% of Americans are gay. They say right now. That is a hard statistic. It comes out of Berkeley. So, some say 3.7, but we'll just say 4%. So that means 2% if a logical person, a little over 2%, is lesbian. Now that's a large amount of people. That's like 3 million, 6 million people. So what we're saying here, what we're saying is we have 6 million women out there that have no intention of involving themselves in relationships or marriage with a male. And that's okay. But the problem here comes when most, if not all, lesbians, and I will say most, if not all, lesbians still have the biological urge to mate and have children. So they're going to try to find a way to do this. And the easiest and most common way to do this is just trick a male into providing some sperm. And that would seem to be okay if we did not include the state in this. It becomes a lie then. It becomes trickery and thievery. It becomes sperm thievery when you trick a male into, it becomes rape, actually. You are tricking a male into taking his sperm and then using that child against them in a financial laws, and the state becomes the thug to enforce these laws. So that's why I use this meme, because there is simply no other way for a lesbian couple to have a child short of paying a large amount of money for artificial insemination, which is quite expensive. It is really, really expensive to do that. So, men and Mgtows, if you think you're safe hanging around with the lesbians, guaranteed one thing, that they see you as a sperm donor, a provider, if you have the right characteristics, the right genes, the right look, the right attitude, which most Mgtows I found are very, very attractive to these because of their financial state. So what I'm saying is it just becomes thievery and enforced thievery by the state. And we see a lot of online articles. We see a lot of articles how lesbian couples make great parents. I'm not arguing whether you make great parents or not. I'm not arguing that lesbian is okay or not okay, gay is okay or not. I really don't care. I'm an asexual male. And that's the problem. The biggest discriminated group of Americans in in a lot of studies that are coming out now, and these are new studies, show that Group X, the asexual male, is the most discriminated group in America, simply because we get sex thrown on us. It's every way, every facet. We go to work and we have to deal with sexual issues, which we don't want to deal with. We have nothing to do with these sexual issues. Once we put these things away, all it is to us is mental rape when I have to hear about it. And this is one of the issues that I take hard issue with, because there is simply no other way to do it than to rape a male, steal his sperm, and then to any trust that you gained from whatever means you had to procure it, and then do a 180 on that, and it just becomes thievery. It just becomes sperm thievery, and we've talked about sperm thievery on this channel before. Sperm thievery is a deplorable thing, but our government sees no difference, because our government has chosen to take financial sides instead of moral sides on this. Our government sees this as an opportunity to seize money from the male, and that's how the government will act. The government will only act in its self-interest, and seizing the money from the males that been cuckolded in this case, to produce a child, and then have his utility stolen and become, yes, a slave to a lesbian female. So that's why I use this this meme here, and I know it's a little offensive, and I put it up there knowing that it's a little offensive, because I want to provoke these conversations. There's one clear-cut way to make this thing honest. You go down to a sperm bank, you relinquish rights to the slave holding of the father, and then you have a child, and I don't care if you raise that child. But when I look out on our society and I see lesbian couples drawing child support from 1, 2, 3, 4 males, I think that's one of the most deplorable and sinful things in this world. It is just a deplorable act of thuggery. And that's how I feel about this. And I know I'm not wrong. I am 100% right on this. And it's why I use this meme. So I hope that answered a question to a couple of my viewers I've been talking to out of the realm of the YouTube. They've been mailing me. They've been mailing me private messages, and I've been getting flooded with private messages lately. So I hope this answers their question, and it has nothing to do with transgender. It has nothing to do with gay hate. It has everything to do with human beings and lying and thievery. So if the gay community wants to embrace the Mgtow community, then they would simply have to embrace the idea that stealing sperm is wrong, and it's rape, and it's wrong. And just because your government will act as a thug to enforce thuggish laws doesn't make it right. It makes it more wrong. It makes it real slavery. So that's all I got to say about this today, and I hope I've answered a few questions. And thanks a lot, Mgtows, for bearing with me on this one. Thanks a lot.